Hello there and welcome back to the channel. If it is your first time here, consider liking and also subscribing. Right, before I get into the subject matter of the day, just to let you know that the Beatles Anthology, which is due to be released in November, only a couple months away, would you believe it? You now have the option, by popular demand, it says on the website, of owning Volume 4 on its own, which is brilliant for people like me because I've got no intention of buying the remastered Volumes 1, 2, and 3 of Anthology because I don't listen to them enough. But Volume 4, yes, that has piqued my interest, specifically because it's going to have Free as a Bird, Real Love, and Now and Then on there, all, of course, AI-fied and remastered in 2025. So anyway, just a bit of news there. Also coming up in October, we've got a release of a box set of John Lennon's live material in New York. So that's going to be coming out, as I say, October the 10th. And of course, Sean Lennon has had a lot of involvement in that, in obviously cleaning up the material, remastering, etc., etc. So yeah, looking forward to that release, which does bring me on to the subject, as I say, the subject matter of today, which is what, funnily enough, about John Lennon. Now, in 1998, there was a box set that was released called Lennon Anthology. I wanted it at the time, but it was a bit expensive at my price range. I was thinking, I don't know, can I really commit to that? So, of course, years later, I noticed that it was up for sale on a website at a very good price and apparently in pretty good condition. So tonight, for your enjoyment, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do an unboxing, unwrapping of this gem. Many of you will probably know what's already inside it. I don't. So anyway, I hope you'll join me on this rather special journey. So here it is, all wrapped up and ready to open. So let's have a look and see what we have got behind this grey wrapping. If I can actually get into it, although that's always a good sign, I always think, if you can't get into it, because it means it's been looked after and wrapped well. Oh, there's a bit there that's come away anyway. Right, here we go. Let's have a look at it. Oh, right. Right, that's it. Let's have a look. Hey. Right, here we go. There it is. The John Lennon box set. I think it says here, he tried to love reality. So there you go. Excellent. And I've got to be honest, the box condition actually is pretty good. In fact, looking at it, I don't really think there's actually much of a mark on it. It looks fairly new, to be fair, and that's pretty good, I think. So anyway, we will now dive inside the box set. Okay, so here we are back again. Sans lid of the box set. Right on the front of here, this is the lyrics, handwritten lyrics for A Beautiful Boy. On the other side, we have a picture of John at the piano. And inside, we have a rather swish collection of 4 CDs and a book. Right, let us dive in. Okay, brilliant. The first collection is from Ascot. And I do like the fact that all of these CDs have John's artwork on them, which is great, I think. So we have, tracks like Working Class Hero, Oh My Love, Jealous Guy, Imagine, Take One, I Found Out, I Don't Want to Be a Soldier. So obviously you've got tracks from the Plastic Ono Band and Imagine. Inside we have a picture of John there on his patio garden, sat on his garden furniture in Kenwood. And you can actually see that, ironically, which I, I did last year, because it's housed in the Liverpool Beatles Museum, which was set up by Pete Best. And a good museum it is. I urge you to go and visit that. It's great. Okay, so there we are. We've got a picture of the house there. We've got a CD that is depicting the sky, a blue sky with white fluffy clouds on it. All good stuff. And we have a CD that is in very, very good condition. So that's excellent. Very happy with that. And each one does have a quote from John. So this one is, sometimes you wonder, I mean really wonder, I know we make our own reality and we always have a choice, but how much is preordained? Yeah, pretty deep and philosophical is that. So disc 2, again, artwork. John there being depicted as the Statue of Liberty, I think. And it has obviously New York City, Attica State Live, Imagine Live. We've got Luck of the Irish, John Sinclair, little snippet from the David Frost Show, 2 tracks, Mind Games, one saying, I promise Mind Games, make love not war. A snippet from Jerry Lewis Telethon, and Real Love. That'll be interesting to listen to, the 4:15 version. Yeah, interested to listen to that. That'll be good. Again, let's delve inside. We got John there with his stethoscope listening to the sidewalk. And for those of you who've seen the Imagine film, that's something we can all remember in that. The avant-garde art performances, listen to telephone exchange, etc., etc. Again, as I say, there's quotes on each disc by the looks of it. And there we've got a bit of a suburb of New York there. And again, the disc with the sky on it. And looking pretty good. So that's good. Sorry about that. Let's see where we are. Okay. What else we got now? Right, we've got the Lost Weekend. Oh dear, where John went off with May Pang and got into a couple of fights and benders, etc. So there you go with his pals. So they had their own version of the Rat Pack, I think. Then, so there we are. That's John's look at the time, and we have a palm tree because those were the times when he went off to the Bahamas, and obviously when he was away on his lost weekend, which seemed to drag on for months, I think. And again, the disc is fantastic. Nothing wrong with that. So that's good. And we have, of course, the Dakota building with a picture of John, Yoko, and Sean, which is, quite poignant, really, when you think about it. Again, inside there's a quote, it's fear of the unknown. Unknown is what it is, except that it's unknown and it's plain sailing. Again, we have a very iconic pic there, which for those of us who got the Lennon Legends DVD, we remember him walking through Central Park and interacting with everybody. And unfortunately, we have the picture of the front of the Dakota where, things tragically ended for this man. Now, the disc is already... Now, that looks okay. Every CD has a bit of wear on it. Again, blue sky, fluffy clouds effect. Wonderful. Very happy with that. And as I say, each one of them brilliantly has John's artwork on it, which I absolutely love that. I never realised how good he was as an artist, actually. So that's pretty impressive. And finally, we have the book, which is CD sized. So inside, there we are. It's in a CD style cover with the rest. Let's have a look. So you've got artwork there on the front, and artwork there on the back, reminiscent of the Two Virgins phase, I'm thinking. It looks like you've got a bit of an A to Z poem there, and inside we have this book. On the back, that's not a bad picture actually. Nor that is it really. Let's face it, it's quite good. They're quite good pictures. And looking inside again, you've got some good pictures here. You've got explanations of a bit of an insight into his life. We've got a picture of John and Phil Spector, the easiest man in the world to get on with, not. So, oh yes, look, you've got explanations of each disc actually, so that's not bad. And you do have quite a number of great photographs in here, which is brilliant. Very, very good. Here we are. There's the recording studio there, which I'm guessing again was I don't know whether that was the Phil Spector one or not, but anyway. Oh, and it appears that you have the lyrics to all of the tracks on each disc, which is brilliant. Excellent stuff. So all in all, I think this is a rather well packaged, well presented, well thought out collection. As I say, 1998. When it came out, I'd have been paying up to about 50 quid. I got this, believe it or not, for £20, including delivery, and that's only free delivery. I didn't pay for that at all. It was 20 quid. So I'm very happy with that box set. Obviously, the proof will be in the pudding when I try the discs. I've had to. The easiest way for me to read this stuff, I'm afraid, is having to take my glasses off. And as Monty Python's Life of Brian Old Man said, my legs are grey and my eyes are old and bent. So there you go. So thank you for watching this run through, and appreciate you staying along to watch. And I will see you soon. And take it easy out there, guys. See you.